Welcome back to Final Fantasy XI. It has been... oh, it has been far too long. It has been far too long. So, where did we leave off? Where we left off is the group we've been trailing, trying to piece back together, has split into 3 groups. Again. Yeah, they've split into 3, so we've got our choices of who to track down first. We're gonna track down Olmia first. Mostly because her voice is gonna be the worst one to handle. Well, with it being as high-pitched as I can handle. So, to find her first, we need to go to Sandoria. Port Sandoria in particular. Which I think was the other reason, which is that she's just in a spot I'm likely to go to. Oh, apparently we needed to go to Southern Sandoria first. Oh, that's even weirder. Then we go to Port Sandoria. Where is she? Count stores the upper one. Hinari. You. Oi, oi, oi. Ah, you're the adventurer that stopped by before. Did you happen to find Prish? No. I see. I heard from Olmia about what had transpired. It is distressing to hear that Prish, as ill as she is involved in all of this. And Olmia says that she is missing, and that the Genoan government has issued a warrant for her capture. Rachnios, you're acquainted with Prish, are you not? Though I met her only once, long ago, I cannot believe she would do the things the Duchy is accusing her of. It may simply be a needless worry, but there's one thing that troubles me. When Cardinal Mildarian brought her disciple, Prish, to our residence, my husband told me to watch out for her. When I asked why, he said that her birth had a great misfortune, and that in due time she would commit a great crime against Vanadiel and her children. This was her destiny. And that was all he would say. Oh, do not worry, Rachnios. I've abandoned all self-interests and pledged my services to the Dawn Goddess. I do not care whether or not one has committed crimes in the past. I cannot turn my back on one who pleads for help. I have offered my assistance to Elmia in her time of need. I've also suggested that she stay here. Please, would you be so kind as to relay an important message to her? Moments ago, a high priest from the cathedral, XIV, stopped by. He asked to speak with Elmia. I believe she is somewhere near the port. I'd be extremely grateful if you would find her and tell her to visit the cathedral. I see. Well, while we're getting to the port where Elmia is going to be, I suppose I should speak on some of the latest changes that they've made to 11, specifically to the ambuscade. While I've not tried the current ambuscade, it's honestly sounding like intense ambuscade is something that can actually be done this month, which is quite impressive. Though I'm still unsure about normal ambuscade. It sounds like it's still the same one as last month, which was a problem. But many of the other changes, many of the other balance changes they've made are actually very good. Bringing down the prices of a lot of ambuscade stuff will certainly help a lot with getting the quote-unquote beginning endgame gear newbies like me are going to need. And the Limbus updates, well, I've not done Limbus at all, so I've got no say on that. The ability to purchase some of the items from Limbus is going to help a lot with, I believe that's Empyrean gear? I want to say is whichever one of the artifact gears is associated with the Limbus upgrades. That will help dramatically. That will help dramatically. It still doesn't help the problem of the 4 different endgames you've got stacked on top of each other. But a little bit here, a little change here, a little change there. I wonder who that beautiful young lass is waiting for every day and every night down by the docks. I dare you to go down there and ask her name. You think you could even handle that? You gotta be joking. We're still on duty. Though, I do get off in 3 hours. A fine tune it is. Never heard it before, but somehow it sounds familiar. I never thought I'd live to hear that melody again. Brings back memories, it does. You still haven't found the girl you're looking for? No. No, I have not. Don't worry. She'll be fine. She'll turn up, I guarantee it. You'd have to be crazy to not be drawn by the sweet melody of Ulmia's harp. Hey, music lady! You wouldn't happy be looking for somebody, would ya? Why, yes! Yes, I am! I'm searching for a young girl. Her hair's light blue, and she's dressed in the theologian gowns of the Tavnasian Cathedral. Blue hair. Theologian gowns. Sounds a lot like the girl that the guys up in Juneau are looking for. Kind traveler, do you know anything of the girl that the duchy seeks? Yeah? Well, I just happens to be that I'm looking for the same girl. Now, whether or not the girl is the same girl you're looking for, I don't know. I do not mean to pry, but has Juno hired you to find the girl they are searching for? Does it look like I work for the duchy? If that's what you want to believe, go right ahead. You Elven are all the same, only seeing what you want to see. Hey, did you know that, along with the girls, there's another warrant out for the capture of some strange boy? How much do you want to bet that those two are together? I do not know. But if the girl you and I are searching for is the same person, I can tell you this, she's not one to run. Catching mice is what we may live for. But it's turning out to look like this lab's gonna be a little different. Oh well, I don't have time to play 2 games of cat and mouse, so I guess I'll just concentrate on the boy. Wait, what do you know of the boy? Music lady, you should be careful what you ask for. The answer might just bite you back. If the girl you're looking for is the same one I'm seeking, then we'll meet again. If you still want to know the answer to your question, then I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Until next time. Rachnios! Who was that? I do not know who that Mithra was, but I have a feeling she's searching for Prish. Those eyes. It's as if she were hunting prey. Rachnios? Is Prish all right? She is. Is she not? Please, tell me she is. Prish is... She'll be fine. Thank you. It comforts me to hear you say that. As long as you're here by my side, I believe that everything will be fine. I'm sorry. I did not mean... Lady Hinnery has introduced me to so many people she believed may know something of Prish, but I've uncovered nothing. I'm so worried. If anything were to happen to her... What? You have a message from Lady Hinnery? I'm to meet with the High Priest Shelsiv in the cathedral? Thank you very much, Rachnios. I'll make for northern Sandoria right away. Well, to northern Sandoria we go. And it happens to be a very dreary day in Sandoria. Despite the cherry blossoms on the trees being in bloom, it is extremely overcast. How kind of appropriate for tracking down Prish. Ah, there you are. Kelsiv.
Ah, Reknios. My curiosity was sufficiently piqued to do some investigating of my own into the night's Mestal.
It is lovely to see you again, High Priest Kelsiv. I'm afraid I neglected to properly introduce myself at our first meeting. My name is Omia. I was advised to seek your counsel by Lady Hinnery.
Ah, now I understand. The reason you've taken a keen interest in the nature of paradise and the curse of the Twilight God is clear to me. Lady Olmia, and you, Rachnios, you will need not fear being overheard in this place. Let us be entirely truthful with one another and speak openly of these matters. Matters concerning the Tavnazian choir's efforts to complete the 5 verses.
You know of the song?
Before the advent of the Great War, you came to visit Lady Hinnery with Cardinal Mildarion and her companion, did you not? I was permitted to accompany Pas Mushavat and was present at the proceedings. I am certain that at the time, you had little idea of the reason behind that gathering. It was, in fact, a meeting to improve the failing relationship between the cathedrals of Sandoria and Tavnazia. In particular, there seemed to be no end to the unsavory rumors surrounding the Tavnazian cathedral. This was perhaps due to the strict policy of secrecy that the Tavnazians had adopted following the period of interscene conflict with Sandoria. The Paps sent a messenger to determine the accuracy of these rumors. However, Cardinal Mildarion arrived accompanied by 2 young girls. And one of these girls, you, Olmia, sang a certain song.
Yes, I remember. But my voice was still untrained, and Papsk Mushavet grew furious at my terrible singing.
Oh no, child. That's not what he was angry. The reason behind the Papsk outburst was his fear that the song you were singing would be completed. He was frantic to stem the dreadful power of that song.
Dreadful power?
It is perhaps for the best you've remained ignorant of the truth. The story finds its beginning almost 500 years ago. It reaches back to the time of humiliation for the Alvan. At that time, the Quan continent was under the control of an army dispatched by the Federation of Windhurst. The Elvan race had yet to form a nation of their own, and the numerous tribes lived in forests apart from one another. But even as now, the blood of the Elvan ran deep with pride. Swearing victory upon his sword, the hero, Lanfir Orangil, came forth to lead our people to freedom. And along with General Alphon Treju, who was later to become the Marquis of Tavnazia, they founded the kingdom on the strength of two valuable artifacts. However, after the battle to emancipate the Elavan, both of these treasures were lost. In their respective places, the cathedrals of Sandoria and Tavnazia, two mysterious stone tablets were left behind. We toiled long and hard to solve the riddles of the tablets, and we were finally able to retrieve one of the objects in the age of King Rampir, the Holy Sword, Lightbringer. In spite of this success, the Tavnazian Cathedral refused to reveal the contents of the second tablet. A secret investigation instigated by the Sandorian Cathedral discovered the writings upon the stone tablet were actually verses of a song. Yes, you know the song too well. It is the Lay of the Immortals. It was a song that would conclude with the manifestation of a deity.
A song to call the gods? I never knew.
The Tavnazian Cathedral had deciphered the words and the melody, but the melody yet eluded them. The search for one who could, in fact, perform the song was apparently long and arduous. However, when you appeared and were able to sing the opening verse, the song showed its first promise of power.
But I was told that the lay was sung to prove that Prish was not the abhorrent one.
Oh, I know this. That's why I summoned you here to explain the truth behind these matters. I've learned that from Lady Henry that a knight is searching for Cardinal Mildarian, under orders from the Sandorian Cathedral. From what I could discover, he traveled to the Northlands to learn more about the Twilight God. I do not know her purpose, but Cardinal Mildarian was also seeking knowledge regarding Promethea.
Cardinal Mildarian?
Please, heed my words. Never forget the significance of that song, or your own worth, as one who holds knowledge of its mysteries. If the Cardinal discovers that you still live...
Huh?
Lady Olmia, I implore you, find your companion and return to Tavnazia. I spoke with the researchers in Budicine on the matters of Sir Lovrance. From what I can gather, your friend has likely been transported to the Rhinostery in the Federation of Windhurst.
Oh, that's good news. Thank you, High Priest Chasalvige. We'll continue to search in the city of Windhurst.
Oh, that Mithra is gonna be problems.
Potentially.
Now, to Windhurst we go. Waters. Home point 1. Home point 3, actually. And the North Wing. And we're looking for Kerutoto. There you are. Hey, I've been looking everywhere for you. You adventurer folks, certain Taru can't seem to stand still. Can you imagine what it's like to try and find you? Nerve of some people nowadays. Well, I haven't exactly been looking for you, not in a strict technical sense of the word, but you've had me so perked up, I haven't been able to properly meditate. You've heard of that prime avatar that inhabits the realm of dreams. This might be the right one. Wipe that innocent look off your face. I know you know better. I have used summons from you from that prime avatar. Yes, you and your buddy-waddies. These past few days have been a nightmare. Literally. The prime avatar snatchily watched me up my dreams, and I thought I was a goner. Scenes of Windhurst flashed before my eyes. But all he said is come to Soja, in order me to relay a message to you Pelsy-Welsies. Do you see what I went through all because of you? But anyway, I've told you what must be done. Get your tailsy-wilsy down to Soja like Mr. Prime Avatar said. We'll never be able to meditate properly again until you don't. So off you go now. Shoo! Okay, that was not the cutscene we were looking for. Whoa! Your aura is blinding. What on earth and Vanity L are you carrying? Look, I can't sleep with you standing there like a muddled mandragora. That's the one. This is the one. You're looking for a girl with crikey, spiky hair that you could use as nails? Oh, I know the one. She was taken to your Dr. Uranaran's mansion. But are you a friend of hers? That girl is a disaster waiting to happen. Unlike the light I see in your aura, she's surrounded by a dark, creepy, weepy cloud. It is that very cloud of doom and gloom which has made her a target of the great being I see in my dreams. But now that someone, somewhere, has activated the ruins of Soja, the great being can no longer act freely-wheely. The being is so furious over losing its prey, I don't think I'll be seeing any pleasant Taru dreams for a while. That was the cutscene we were looking for. That just means we could fight Diabolos if we wanted to acquire him. Which I have no desire to. No desire to. So off to Uran we go. There we go. Notice that the sound was looking a little, the background sound was sounding a little low. So it might have needed a little bit of adjustment. Alright, Uran. What do you know? Aren't you that adventurer that brought Yeti those 3 catastrophes to my doorstep? What disasters have Ethi you in store for me today? I might have caught Ethi off guard by the pest events, but this time I'm ready for you. Pardon the intrusion, but would this be the resident of the former Rhinosteri minister? Arachnios, thank the goddess you're here. It seems you're one step ahead of me. Well, who's this enchanting Ethi young lady? Do you think, Ethi, this would be enough to startle me silly? I'll have you know, Ethi, I'm one of the calmest, most unshakable. Is this the resident of Dr. Yoran? Oran? Is the doctor around? I am the Mithra Tractor Shikari Y. Are you ready to meet your doom, Dr. Uran? Mithran Tracker? Ordinarily, I would have you faint in terror after you've heard what I've come to say. Dr. Uran, surely you suspect the reason I am here. Come on. Come. There's no point in hiding it. We Mithrin trackers are able to sense abhorrent power. Abhorrent power? You Taru have little experience with this type of magical energy. But we Mithra know it all too well. A stone pulsing with a dark power was the cause of bloodshed within my tribe. You will hand the stone over to me immediately. The Magicite. Now, sweetheart. Miss Mithran Tracker, I understand, Ethi, your concerns, but are you sure you don't have me confused, Ethi, with someone else? I'm an avid Ethi researcher of all things Earth, and I have Ethi no samples of this dreadful magicite you speak of.
Is that right, Sugar Plum? I don't usually like to say this up front, but I do love the sight of bright, gushing blood. I told you, I don't have any I don't know anything about this stone. I can't give you what I don't have. Enough of this. How dare you threaten this poor man with violence? Do you truly believe this tyrannical method will lead to any sort of justice? He swears he does not have the magicite. If he doesn't have it, then maybe you carry the stone. Or maybe this adventurer. You're way off the mark, ladies. The only person carrying magicite here is me. For I am the great Prish. Prish. Hey guys, sorry to keep you hanging, but now that I'm here, everything will be just peachy. Just peachy? Look at the situation we're in, you ninny. That's far enough. You kiddies play far too rough. Dr. Shintoro? You... Shikari, why, you rabid feline. You may be Mithrin Tracker, but I'll be a Cardian's mother before I let you run amok in this city of mine. Oh... How I loathe complications. And you, Uran. Since I have the floor, I'll speak while I can. The story's gonna go to the press. Another illegitimate child. An Eleven, no less. You got it all wrong, Ethy. Now to the horror of the matter. First, show everyone the stone and end this meaningless chatter. Show them why the magicite is not yours to give. Show them why it would be impossible for you to hand over the stone. And live. What does she mean? If that's what it takes. Nobody blink now.
Oh, it has embedded itself into her body.
How is that possible? The magicite embedded in her flesh? Magicite is a stone that awakens an overwhelming darkness within its possessor. The possessor eventually sheds all vestige of morality, becoming an anathema to other living creatures. Tell me, cutie pie, why do you have that stone embedded within you? Why have you not become an abhorrent being, feared by all? An abhorrent being, huh? I just can't get away from that word, can I? Well, I've stayed in this place long enough. I've got to go throw down with Bahamut. The fate of Vanadiel is at stake. Bahamut? You mean the Worm King Bahamut? No, my Uncle Bahamut. Of course I mean the Worm King. Under normal circumstances, it would be my duty to Mithrin Tracker to gain possession of that magicite by any means necessary, even if it meant carving it out of your hide. But why don't you accompany me to Atoa Chasm instead, honeybee? There's someone there who knows a lot more about that black magicite you have. Oh, this could be fun. Prish, what are you thinking? Yeah, I'm gonna go with this cat lady. She might be able to help me find the Star of Tavnazia. Prish! Rachnios, take care of Olmia. And thanks for your help, Dox. Dox! Why is this curse stone in Prish's chest? And why has she decided to seek out the Star of Tavnazia after all this time? I must go to Atoa Chasm as well.
As do we. As do we. We just tracked down Prish and then she runs off again. As expected, as expected. Just always the hot-headed one, that one. Let's see, do we even have... No, looks like I do not. Is it woods that I'm looking for? Yes. No, not there. Oh yeah, that's got the Unity Warp Point. I'm never certain exactly in Windhurst exactly where the Unity Warps exactly are. That's what I get for never having a character start in Windhurst. Well, I do have one, it's just she's not one I tend to play a lot of. Where are those? Unity is... You? Yes, 125. 125 at Toa. I think this is the only Unity NPC that works as a working pair. And we need to go to H6. I do have that home point unlocked, but I do not know... But I do not recall the location exactly. How we exactly get... Well, more accurately, what category it's in. No. Please tell me I'm going the completely wrong direction. I know I am. Alright, let's open up the Atoa map. Yep, we are going the completely wrong direction. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Of the improvements that could be made to 11, the least of which would be improving the quality of map they put in the game. That would be the least they could do.
Especially over here at the chasm. I wouldn't even care if they... In fact, they could do it very easily. Well, not necessarily. Even if they wanted to just keep the standard map that everybody gets by default, add in a quest line, just a very small one, to where you can easily just get a better map that has all the hidden passages visible on it. That wouldn't be that difficult for them to do. That would solve 90% of my problems with that Toa. With that Toa over here. Even if you wanted to keep the other locations secret. All your other hidden locations and everything. A slightly better, a more improved map would be a great quality of life feature, let's be honest. It really, really would. Elemental. And so, we've reached another point for another battle. Clearly not that direction. No, that is the miasma we're looking for. The dark miasma. So, Meldarian wasn't in the safe hold after all. Her whereabouts may still elude us, but I'm certain the Cardinal lives. Meldarian must be found and punished for her sins before the whole world ends up like this barren land. Leave that to me, sis. Once I track down the theologian, Prish, she'll be able to tell me where the Cardinal is hiding. Cardinal. Precious trail leads to the Rhinestary in Windhurst. I'll head there right now. Too late, Buttercup. You've gotta move faster than that. How did you... Prish. You haven't changed at all. Yeah, I watch my diet. Good to see you're still knocking too, Miss Tracker. It's been a while. A meeting of old friends? This girl is no friend of mine. She's the youth that manipulated the Tabnazin Cathedral alongside Cardinal Meldarian. Do not tell me you've forgotten our warning. When the Worm King returns, a new war will erupt between the dragons and Altana's children. Before that happens, we must wake the sleeping gods with the Lay of the Immortals and beseech their aid. Can you not see? The future that we most feared to come has come to pass. Of course, we Mithrin trackers carry heavy sins of our own. We failed to see through your honeyed words, going so far as to even aid you in your demented plans. Who would ever have believed those plans involved resurrecting the Twilight God with the Lay of the Immortals? Now hang on there, Furball. Aren't you getting your facts mixed up? It's true Cardinal Muldarian never really intended to wake your fussy old gods. But we never did anything to bring back Promethea. Then, why does this girl behind you sing the Lay of the Immortals? And the magicite you possess was the same material used by the Beastmen to revive the Shadow Lord. Shadow Lord? Don't play coy with us. You've no intention of awakening the sleeping gods. Why would you need to find a singer for the Lay of the Immortals? What have you brought forth from the abyss of death with the power of magicite? I give up. There's no point talking to you guys when you get all fanatical like this. That's why we never told you the truth. Why, you little brat! Yes, you're right. We are singular in our purpose. If you understand our zeal, then there's nothing left to talk about. We are not here to probe your other sins. We are here to demand payment for a single crime. The crime of singing the Lay of the Immortals. You'll be held responsible for the sins of Mildarian. There will be no hearing. Prepare to face your judgment. Oh dear. Well, that's highly unfortunate for them. Well, let's grab ourselves Joshin. Grab Tenzin for the fun of it. They're probably not going to last very long. There you four are. No strength left. Some strange power at work. You guys can't kill us. We spent a long time dealing with things that people were never meant to encounter. I'm gonna finish what we set out to do. What are you? I know exactly what you girls are trying to get at. You want to save everyone. Save Vanadiel. I know, because I feel that way too. We thought bringing back Promethea was the only way. Fish, you never mentioned... Mildarian! I knew it. If you want me to pay for that crime, I'm happy to do it. But not for you. Not for the terrestrial avatars, not for the sleeping gods, and definitely not for the beastmen. Huh? I'll do it for me, because my crime was abandoning myself. Now I want some answers. Where can I find the Star of Tavnazia? Where is this? The Ulagarand Range. Wow, the beastmen carried it pretty far, huh? But that's my magicite. I gotta get it back. Prish! Come back!
Oh, Prish. So I suppose we're off to Ulagard Range. Now, where in Atoa have they dropped us? Far enough away. Far enough away to where I'm just going to use a warp ring to get out of here. I don't think I've ever been to Ulagard Range, so we may have to use a Unity Warp. I'm not even sure what that would be. No, not there. That's Boyota Tree. That's Quiffum. There's a Toa. Well, that'll be fine. We'll pick it up on the way. Encounter area 128. Ulagard.
Yep, I've never been to Ulagard. Probably the best option if you don't have it. This much is apparently true. J9 Underground. J9. Deep underground the glacier. Nice elemental over here. Some snalls. It's to the south, however. We're much further south than what I think we want to be. Honestly, I'm very uncertain. Very uncertain. Friendly orc. So what we want to do... Clearly that's an entrance from another map. Is that... that might be a way up. Looks too steep, however. Yeah, that's too steep. I guess there's no way forward other than to continue through this tunnel.
still highly confused. Oh well. Not like we've got many other options in front of us. A lot of caves. Not a lot of ways forward other than to just continue going on. I suppose we'll get there at some point. We'll try and grab a home point at some point. Yeah, but those are buffalo. Those are clearly buffalo. That's what those things are, right? Those things are clearly buffalo. I think we're gonna have to we're gonna end up going all the way around the bloody glacier. Yep, we're gonna end up going all the way around. At least that's what it looks like. Yep. Pick up what home points we can along the way. Giant buffalo. Should be a home point somewhere nearby. Unless it's hidden underground. Which it is looking like it is. Yep. I'm not sure where I'm going. That was home point 2. That was that was the option. That was the best option. Apparently. Apparently that was the best option. Was home point 2. There it is, the Pillar of Wind. Flames for the dead. You made it, Ragnius! Just in time, too. You're about to be the lucky recipient of Lady Precious Punishment and Pain Special. So, this is the Beastman barrier I've heard so much talk about. Step aside and watch a professional at work.
get a load of this place. Why did the beastman bring that chunk of magicite here? The poor bastard who found it would have been pretty messed up, I'd say. I suppose you wouldn't know much about that particular chunk of magicite. The emptiness sealed within made it unique. You've heard about the magicite known as the Star of Tadnazia, right? And I bet you know that a piece of it was stolen and sold to Bastok before the war too, right? Well, an allied expedition came to the Northlands 30 years ago bearing a chunk of that magicite. Its members were poisoned by the darkness, sealed within the stone. Give in to thy desires. Give return to thy true self. That voice beckons to the darkness within us, over and over. That's why the members of the expedition went a little loopy. You can't really blame them, though. I mean, you would too, if the Twilight God was whispering in your ear.
The voice of Promethea.
What the? You were eavesdropping again?
You must tell me more of this tale. I am Lawrence and Mistal, Franche Mage and Mistal, Royal Knight and member of the Allied Expedition, was my grandfather.
Oh, so that's what you are. So that's which one you are. In which case I know all about you too. So you finally come back. Did you manage to avenge your grandfather's death?
How did you know about that? Could it be that you're...
You got it, buddy. It's your unlucky day. I'm Prish, and this here's Rachnios.
You too.
I bet you heard that nobody knows what to make of us, huh? But as it doesn't bother me one bit, you shouldn't let it bother you neither. What I want to hear is the lowdown on the big boss behind the Kindred of the Northlands. The Mithra seem to think that's Promethea, but I know better than that. So who the hell is it? He's called the Divinity of Darkness by the Beastmen, apparently.
I returned here to investigate that very fact.
The fact we haven't encountered you yet, Lawrence, nor done your path, maybe we shouldn't have been able to do this out of order.
The legends of the Northern Isles tell that the Divinity of Darkness slumbers in this land. At some time in the past, the Shadow Lord followed the voice of the sleeping deity to its source. His actions led by the powerful stone in the possession of the Shadow Lord. The Divinity of Darkness created an army of demons to enter the service of his visitor.
I think I'm beginning to get it now. The being who the Beastmen called Promethea is actually...
Tell me! I must know the truth!
Prish!
Wait, be on your guard. There's something strange afoot. Back to the abyss! Foul beast!
Now this particular boss is, well, potentially a problem. Because despite the time limit on the battlefield being what it is, you will have like 45 seconds to engage him. The Snow Czar. Once engaged, you will have 45 seconds. Which shouldn't be a problem for us. Well, theoretically, anyway. But he can cause problems. Yes, I knew you were tough. That guy definitely has an eye for adventurers. Talk about dumb luck. What happened to the resting place of the sleeping god?
You know of the divinity said to slumber here?
There should be an enormous crystal of darkness here. It can't be. The beastman deity you speak of. It's been shattered. Oh! Is that? Stay back. The voice of darkness will have you. I'll never forget that stone. It's the magicite that drove the Allied expedition members to madness.
The stone is responsible for my grandfather's fate?
No! You've come back. Welcome home, my little lost magicite. Prish! I must follow my friend. I must learn the truth. Rachnius, I shall see you back in Bastok. May the light of Altana guide you on your journey. So Prish has known a lot more things than she has been letting on this entire time. She's privy to a lot more secrets that she has not told anyone. That is disturbing, to say the least. Very, very disturbing, to say the least. But I suppose that does kind of make a degree of sense. After all, Prish is seemingly ageless, but worse, she was hanging around Cardinal Mildarian for a long, long time. And what secrets the Cardinal may have imparted, well, only Prish will be the one who will give us those answers. We did drop down the ledge. Oh well. Well, that's probably where we're gonna have to call it. At least for today. We have many locations to go. We've got 2 more paths to go. We can either track down Lovrance, which that'll be interesting. Or we can track down Tenzin. But we'll do that Thursday. Tomorrow, we will be doing Deus Ex. And that game is just ramping up towards completion. I believe we just finished mission number 10 of 13. Or we're just about to finish up mission 10 of 13 total in the game. And we've reached a point in Deus Ex where we've gotten really powerful, but the conspiracy begins to run deeper and deeper.